Good evening, everyone. This is Trent Begley with 59 and a half minutes. This evening, I have the pleasure of interviewing none other than John Steinbeck, author of The Pearl and many other American classics. Mr. Steinbeck, pleasure to have you with us this night. Well, let's go ahead and start off with a concrete question. What inspired you to begin writing?
Well, what inspired me to become a writer is due to the experiences and events I witnessed when I lived in California. But what really inspired me is that I wanted to touch and bring attention to social, economic, and general issues that America was facing during my time.
So it was solely your life experiences that
Yes, that is
inspired the
very
majority
true.
of your works. Okay. Okay. So my colleague and I, who you will meet here momentarily, just finished one of your works, The Pearl.
Mhm.
And we were wondering what, gave you the idea for that novel. Is it a similar experience or?
Well, the inspiration for The Pearl I heard while I was vacationing in Baja, Mexico. I heard a folktale there, and I was very moved by its themes of greed and just its themes of materialism, and it inspired me to write a story about the dangers of greed and how it will corrupt the human nature.
Very, very fascinating. I was wondering, how are you able to break such a thick language barrier and still receive the inspiration that you wanted to with that novel?
Well, I became fluent in Spanish through my
Especially
speaking.
only being able to speak one language.
Well, I became fluent in
It's truly just the stuff
Trent.
of masters that an American author who
Trent.
only speaks English is able to just
Trent, stop.
communicate so well with Spanish
Trent,
natives.
stop.
And I just appreciate how I just love.
Deja un ser idiota. You never listen.
I have no idea what that means. I'm Trent Begley here with 59 and a half minutes. Our next set of questions will be asked by none other than my colleague, Aaron Stipek.
Johnny be good.
Who the heck are you?
Steinman, the good old Steineria, the Stein.
Are you supposed to be here?
Big old John.
Excuse me, hold up.
Jay, Johnny.
Who are you? Hey, can I get the other guy in here?
Are you serious? Oh, my son! The big guy!
Calm down. Sit down. You're a professional now. Mr. Steinbeck, I apologize. You won't make a mistake
Trust
like that
me,
again.
I would have rather stayed dead.
Big guy.
Mr. Steinman, can you explain to me some of the themes of the Pearl?
Well, as I touched on before, one of the major themes in The Pearl is greed and materialism. Kino, the main character, he finds the pearl and he believes that he is the richest man in the world because he believes he has found the pearl of the world. Well, throughout the story, he becomes to idolize the pearl. He covets it. He treats it more like family than his own family. And at the end of it, it costs him something great, which obviously I know you know because you've read it. So I know what that sacrifice is, and so do you.
All right, Mr. Steinman, I'm intrigued. I gotta ask, man, how come so much graphic themes are in your book?
Well, as I talked about with your friend earlier, or your boss, whichever one it is because of my upbringing in my early life and just late life.
It truly was a pleasure, John. I'm glad we had such an intimate moment with each other.
We did not have an intimate moment, sir.
It was truly combined effort.
It was not a combined effort, sir.
It was one-on-one.
It was not one-on-one, sir.
Bros being bros.
Do not call me bro, sir.
Hey, are you guys done yet? I'm back with the drinks.
Trent, my friend. The camera is still running, I believe.
Oh. My apologies, Mr. Steinbeck. Typically, our productions of 59 and a half minutes aren't as low quality. So let's go ahead and get right back to business here. Why don't we?
Certainly, sir.
Okay, fantastic. So I want to touch up more of your later parts of your career.
Mm-hmm.
After The Pearl was published, what did your past, forward parts of your career look like? You had stayed in California. Could you speak more about that?
Well, Trent, while I lived in California, I saw rolling hills, farms, migrant workers, and it really allowed me to witness a very large, socially different group of people. Same thing when I vacationed in Mexico. I met different groups of people, and that really influenced the Pearl. Like, for example, um, the village Kino lives in, it is poor income. Their houses are made of straw, while the village, for example, where the doctor lives, it's stone houses. They're obviously imply that they are rich, and they don't want anything to do with the people in the other village.
So with the Pearl, could we speak more specifically about the characters? Were
Yes.
those maybe influenced by your California Mexican adventure environment?
So, Trent, I created these characters basically to represent the environment I imagined. I wanted characters that had a strong bond with each other and that were in a lower income class, so that the Pearl would have a greater effect on them. For example, Kino, even though he struggles with the Pearl constantly, he is still corrupted by it, but is shown fighting with it throughout the story. His basically support throughout the story is his wife, while the thing that bonds him and his wife together is their son.
Absolutely. And of course, not going too much into the plot,
Mhm.
just we can appreciate how that relationship fizzles out and is affected by the Pearl.
Yeah.
And we love that in your writing. So, well, we appreciate you joining us today. And I'm sure my colleague and I, once he's back in his full recovery, will send you a few more apology emails, perhaps, regarding your, allowing us to come into your own home with our production team. We genuinely do appreciate all the time you spent with us today. And thank you for educating our audience. This has been 59 and a half minutes with John Steinbeck. Thank you for watching.